Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time once again to circle the wagons because the Coon Prairie Ramblers are in the house. That's where we confabulate, meander, and talk about just about everything there is to talk about. And along to help us talk about them things we're going to talk about, we got KC.
Yes, sir. And don't forget, the endearing, endurable.
Endurable?
And I think it should be the other way, endurable and endearing. Because I think if I'm around you long enough, I'll grow on you and I'll become endearing. I don't think I start out enduring. I start out more enduring.
There he is. He's right there.
In person.
And off to his left, directly in front of me, or kind of catty-corner to me, we have a mystery guest. Would the mystery guest sign in, please?
Hello, this is Flash and Flutter. Good to
Flash?
be here today.
Flash and Flutter. All right. And we'll let you figure out who Flash and Flutter is as time goes by. Well, KC and Flash and Flutter. Hey, did I introduce myself? No. And
who
you
are
heard
you?
Me, the mild-mannered reporter of a great metropolitan newspaper, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound, faster than a speeding bullet. It's Mailman.
You're leaping these tall buildings of Fort Ogden.
What tall buildings?
Well, actually,
There's one two-story house down there.
Most of the tall ones fell down. Hurricane Charlie.
That one over on Hull, kind of behind y'all.
Oh, that one there? Oh, it's still there. Yeah, that's a good one. That's the highest point in Fort Ogden.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, how was your week?
Mine was good to the point that nothing bad happened. I read a lot of things about Flash over here, her running abilities.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Running.
That's where the Flash
came from.
Yeah, I would
ask you something.
Yes, sir.
I saw a video of, not here, somewhere else, they were running up in Fort Walton Beach, and it was a 5K or 10K or something. Everybody, it seemed like half the people that were starting were texting.
Yeah.
I'm serious. While they were starting to run,
well, tell her.
They're texting.
She can tell you what they were doing there.
What were they doing?
I have no idea because I am running. I'm running. I can't text and run at the same time.
I thought maybe they was like
starting their timers or something. Or
maybe that's what they were doing. Yes, because
I think I would start that the minute
some
before,
races.
like a second before I ran. I mean, they're jammed up in here, and then
they're probably starting because I have a Nike app on my phone, and usually the two races that I've done.
Where you ran this morning.
Yeah, the two races that I've done. As soon as the gun goes off, then I hit it because I want to make sure that I'm timing myself and seeing if the distance is accurate. What they've done too. So
I thought
that's probably what they were doing. I don't think they were texting.
I thought it was, "Hey, Mom, I just started running."
They could be sometimes. You never
turn
know.
on the TV. I just saw the TV, man.
Yeah.
And they all the fast ones get at the front there, and they just come busting out of there, and you're thinking, look how fast they're going. Are they going to go that fast all the way?
Well, that's why I don't line up in the front because I'm not that fast.
And I was shocked when we were at the Morgan Park for the April Fool's Day run, how fast some of those people took off.
Yeah.
You'd think it was a sprint.
Well, the 5K is the fastest run that there is. You know, it's the shortest distance.
With the exception of with a quarter-mile sprint.
True, but I'm with most races. You know, you got to run that the fastest. If you're going to do a 5K and you're going to be good, you got to be fast. You can be slower with the longer ones.
Yeah. Right, steady,
slow
and steady wins a race. Right?
Yeah,
on some
slow and steady.
Sometimes.
Oh, I don't know. You know, we saw the fast guy come across the one that won the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, he came in
smoking
a long ways before anybody else.
And he was smoking when he come across the line. I mean, he would
and sweating nasty.
Well, that last 5K I was in, my brother, who's 45 years old, he finished it in 21 something.
Wow,
fast.
Yeah,
that is good.
Yep.
Fire was coming off of his heels.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a granddaughter that runs, but she runs shorter distances, like 800, 400. And she does the relays.
Oh, you got to be really fast for that. You can run flat out for that.
That's what she said, that in 800 meters now,
it's
basically a sprint from you're all out.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, that's cool. I can't imagine.
The only time I run flat out if I'm doing speed work,
intervals.
After you. Well, yeah, that too. Like a dog or something like that. Yeah. I was like, get out of here, dog, you know.
Have you ever had a dog chase you?
I've had one come after me and thought he was going to chase me, but then he just ran out to the side of the road and barked and scared the pee-diddle out of me.
Oh, man.
That's a bad thing. A dog usually won't chase somebody if you just walk.
Right.
The running, it sort of triggers something in them to go after you.
Yeah, they'll mess up your run because you're going along, and then all of a sudden here comes the dog. Oh, man, you got to stop and walk. And yesterday a dog came out. The other day it came out. He wasn't even out of the fence, but he came out suddenly and barked at me, and I yelped. Ah! You know.
I noticed something else on her when they're racing is they got a bunch of people at the finish line, which is not really the finish line until they've made X number of laps. Mm-hmm. But those people are standing there, 35, 42, and they're hollering and telling those kids what their times are. So I guess you know in your mind, because you don't want to run somebody else's race. You want to run your own race. Yeah. I guess that's what it is.
Probably so they can keep track how fast they need to go.
Yeah, like on a 5K, you don't worry about that. You just sort of pace yourself, right?
Yeah.
You don't have somebody hidden halfway around.
Yeah. I use my sports watch and I keep track.
Do they have people along the way that's playing a bongo to kind of give you the spirit,
the rhythm?
Kind of boost you on?
Well, the last 5K I was in, there was people lined up along the side of the road cheering us along, and there was water. Yeah, I had water every mile.
I don't trust those people.
They had people out there blowing bubbles and cheering us on, and in their yards.
Have you tried one of the races where they throw dye on you?
I've heard of that. I don't think I'd like that.
Have you seen it?
No, I know. No.
Come back and you're all different colors.
Yeah,
that's kind
of
have
buckets
weird.
of some sort of dye.
Yeah.
Out of a food color.
It's called Color Run.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
They get, by the time the run is over, you're just...
Yeah.
I guess they got to come up with different ideas to make it interesting because you just can't run a regular old run anymore.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine who did that with her kids, and she posted pictures, and they were just rainbow colored.
My son and his wife, not anymore, but they used to do these warrior runs or something, and it was over obstacles, through the mud. They had to run through fire and all kind of stuff. But
I have a cousin who's a little bit older than me. She lives over on the East Coast. She does stuff like that, and crazy. I don't think I could do that. It's just hard enough just to get out there and run.
Yeah. I used to do it. I loved it. I used to run every day of my life. Well, not every day. I skipped one day. I didn't run on Sunday, but I run 5 days a week.
Well, I just recently upped my running because I'm trying to train for that 10K. So,
oh boy,
yeah.
I tell you what, I found out when I was running that if you run, like, say, I think I used to run 3 miles every day, and then one day I said, you know what, I'm going to stretch this out and see, without having prepared for it. One day I said, I'm going to just see how much further I actually can run, and I ran something like 6 miles, and I didn't feel much different than I had at the end of 3 miles, but I was just kind of breezing. I wasn't racing or anything.
Well, I did my 6 miles, my first ever 6.25 miles, which is over a 10K this past Saturday, and let me tell you what, I felt it.
Yeah.
I was
5K
so
is 3.2, isn't it?
5K is 3.1, and a 10K is 6.2.
Oh, not real good with my metrics.
Yeah.
Halfway decent.
All right.
Speeding's 80 miles an hour. 80 kilometers.
Well, we're down to 30 seconds.
We have ran out of time. Speaking of running.
Yeah. Like Luke would say.
Ran right through that.
Okay, well, we'll be out of here. We'll be back on the second segment with another interesting item.
In 2 minutes and 2 seconds.